Okay, this is Diesel We the People News. This video is without prejudice or recourse. I'm reserving all my rights. Now, check out this guy. You know, I've seen a couple of videos. It's kind of one-sided, but it's fun and funny to watch with other people's recourse. Alright, but I had to bring this one up. Mainly because there was a little bit of lessons to be learned in this process. Okay? Everything I say or do in this video is just my opinion. Always seek an attorney if you need to be one. I'm not an attorney, so I'm not giving you guys any such legal advice. It's just going to be opinion, and I'm using it as a learning video.
$1,093 a month is what he would pay in child support.
That's it?
You don't earn any money. How are you even talking? He goes to school?
He does.
So what do you do during the day?
Nothing.
You don't want to work?
No.
But you can go get a job, right?
I could, but I'm not going to. Although my rent's free, my food is free.
We all know that the court system is shockingly broken, okay? It's pretty obvious that it's heavily in favor of moms over dads. You hear so many stories of dads just completely getting ripped off after a divorce. They literally have to pay ridiculous sums of money in child support, and oftentimes the money isn't even for the child. It's for the wife to just leech off of him and live lavishly. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we look at the biggest leech on the planet. Real quick, I got this idea from Xenoshot, so big shout out to him. But this woman is so shameless, I had to talk about it, right? She basically sits there in divorce court demanding an increase in child support. She wants free money for doing literally nothing. Now keep in mind, this is somebody who can actually work, right? Their son goes to school, so she's literally doing nothing the entire day. She just sits at home. She actively chooses not to work and live off her husband's child support. It is so incredibly disgusting to see these people try to exploit the justice system, which is designed to protect mothers, right? Now, luckily, the judge is actually sensible and calls her out on her BS, but somehow the...
Now, let's stop right there. Number one, it is not designed to protect mothers. It is 100% designed to extort money by any means necessary due to the 4D contract that the state entered in and that your county entered in. And the Attorney General is the leader of this 4D contract. Now, whether it's CPS or whether it's just in general family courts of divorces and this, that, here and there. Again, statistically speaking, even when the mom makes more money, the father is going to lose, and he's still going to pay child support. Because mainly, they are classified the father, and I hate to say father, but this is what you guys go by, right? Father's the heavenly father up in the sky, and there's one true father. For me, I'm a dad. I am not a father, and how dare they call me father? Alright? I'm not their God. I'm their counsel. Alright? I counsel them to do the right things through life. Alright? And anyway, and this is where most people goof up at, right? This guy really generally, and I'm not downing him any, but he literally believes the court system is for the protection of the moms, and the moms believe this as well. Why do you say that? Because the courts have this color around them and saying it is. But when you really look in the 4D rules, it specifically tells y'all that it's not. Okay? Both of you guys get an attorney. Well, both of your attorneys, there's conflict of interest because they are going to be on the judge's side and the attorney general's side against you. And you're paying them to do it. If you walk in there without attorney, at least you're not paying an attorney to be against you, but the judge and attorney general is against you to benefit the state. Alright? And this is what most people believe, that they actually are supposed to be helping the mom when it's not true and correct. It's revenue for the state.
System is still so broken, she manages to get a raise. It's ridiculous. Take a look.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
I discovered the 8 immortal kings of Samaria lived a total of 241,200 years.
Well, good morning. I come here today to try to get his child support raised.
Okay.
We have one child. His business, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's almost close to 100,000, give or take, like maybe 10 to 15.
Okay, so obviously, she knows everything about...
At this point in time, she believes, but and again, the judge is listening to hearsay. Once she says she believes it's $100,000, the judge says, well, no. Well, what the guy should have done is objection, that's hearsay. She has no means of knowing what my financial means is.
his income, right? She was in love with his income. She has the audacity to come into court with no proof, by the way. She literally just tells the judge, yeah, he makes $100 grand, so I definitely deserve more child support. I'm only getting $600 bucks. I did the math, so yeah, I need more child support.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's almost close to 100,000.
Now let's just take away the fact that this child support amount is already being used to provide for her child and herself, right? Because she doesn't have a job, she's completely leeching off of him. So this isn't for the child, all right? Don't get tricked by that.
So I feel like I get a measly $600 a month from him. I feel like
So that's
something's
how much
not
his
right.
child support is
Currently.
set at right now?
Yes.
Okay. Do you make $100,000?
No, ma'am. I have 85 to 90,000 on the high end on a good year.
Okay.
Right there when the judge asked that man, well, do you make this amount of money? I'm not going to answer that question. You know what I mean? He just dug a hole. He gave them information. All right? At the particular time, it wasn't an order. She was asking. All right? Well, what if she gives an order? I don't want to be here involved in this contract, Your Honor. And it's none of her business, and it's none of the state's business, and it's none of the judge's business. Is it easier saying being done? Yes. You got to grow a set of blank blanks.
All right. What is it that you do?
I'm a mechanic.
Okay.
What's it matter? You just got how much he made. You do not need to know what his particular job is. That's irrelevant. But he consented. Alright? And this is the problem fathers have and mothers when they actually on the opposite side. Alright? Everybody is giving, the governed is giving consent to the courts. We the people keep entering their consent.
All right. So you said 90 on the high end.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I can only go off of what he told me. And he said 90,000.
I can only go off what he told me. He shot himself in the foot. Alright? He did not do the Fifth Amendment not to incriminate himself. He voluntarily consented to give her information that will be held against him.
And on the high end, I think you're in pretty good shape.
Okay, so as I said, there's no documents that she actually brought to court, so obviously the judge is going to listen to the person who actually earns the damn money. By the way, can we just talk about his expression, bro? This guy is so tired. He's so mad. He's just like, why do you have to sit in court and give my hard-earned money as a mechanic to this absolute waste of an individual?
Why is he mad? I mean, he volunteered into this. He contracted with the state. And, you know, he may regret it and shoot himself in the foot under the impression that, you know, he has to do these things. And I have to be fair. The judge knows what's going on, especially with CPS and 4D contract, that the judge is on the state's behalf, and the Attorney General is the one that has brought this in, this conflict into the courts. Alright? They actually initially started the fight. But he should not be mad because he's giving all the information.
My God, please choose who you marry wisely. It's gonna affect you for the rest of your life.
What do you do for a living?
I don't work. I take care of her kid.
So you're a stay-at-home mom, and she's 11.
He
He is
yep.
11. He goes to school.
He does.
So what do you do during the day?
Nothing.
You don't want to work.
No.
So you're just living off of his child support.
I am.
How are you this shameless? I don't understand. I don't understand how someone has this little dignity. How do you show up in court and say, I live off his child support? Imagine being this pathetic of a human being. Listen, I'm not getting this equation because you have time to sit in court, but you don't have time to get a job, somehow. Your son goes to school, what the heck do you do in the day? You just sit on the couch and watch TV all day, every day.
Now I want to just bring this up. This is not inflecting all women. There is women like they're out there, and there's men out there like this. So my video is not inflecting one way or the other because I do not have first-hand knowledge of any other woman doing these things to be true to correct. Most single moms actually go out and work, as far as I'm aware of. But is it true and correct that there is some women that does this, or some men? Yes. That's true too.
You do nothing. I can't believe I'm saying this, but your 11-year-old son works harder than you. At least he goes to school and studies 8 hours a day. What do? You literally prepare for court, okay? And not as a lawyer, just to leech off your husband. You're so, oh my God. I can't stand these people, dude. Literally, I don't understand how you sleep at night. How are you so okay with just being this lazy, useless person? At this point, I don't even know how you two became a couple. You have a hardworking mechanic and just a completely useless individual. And by the way, I'm not talking about stay-at-home moms. Stay-at-home moms are extremely hardworking, okay? That's a completely different debate. I think you forgot the equation of being a stay-at-home mom. Like, if you were still in a couple with this guy, it would be perfectly fine. If he's fine with it, you're fine with it, 100% okay. But now that you're divorced, right, you are no longer in this relationship, and you still have the audacity to say that I'm not going to do anything. You need to provide for your...
That contract is now null and void. Contract is voided. Alright? And again, I'm going to remind everybody. Study the 4D before marriage. Study during the marriage. And if the marriage ends, study after marriage. That way both of you guys know the cause and effect. Alright? And both sides need to say, hey, Attorney General, kiss my butt.
Your child, okay? That's what you signed up when you signed that divorce, okay? You are no longer a stay-at-home mom. You literally give stay-at-home moms a bad reputation, okay? Because they would definitely work if they were put in this situation.
So you're just living off of his child support.
I am. And we live with our mother.
And you're proud of that?
Well, we were living with him, and I was a stay-at-home mom. He made the income.
Okay.
But, I mean...
But you can work now, right?
I can, but...
So, but you can go get a job, right?
Switch to Liberty Mutual and save $652.
Hello. Excuse me. The crazy loophole where you just do 4 hours of work and it generates a new income stream.
Always
that keeps
something.
paying you
I could, but I'm not going to.
I could, but I'm not going to. You know, I could earn money. I could be a respectable individual in society and provide for my child, but I'm not going to, you know? Instead, I'm going to go to court and abuse this absolutely broken legal system, abuse my hardworking mechanic husband, and take all of his hard-earned money. Dude, I could not write a character more pathetic than this. If you assign me the task to write a TV show and make up a character that is absolutely detestable and
I have to say, at least this guy knows that he thinks it's for the benefit of the kid in progress, the son and daughter. In this case, it's the son. I hate saying kid and I hate saying child. But the son in this deal, even though he believes this is true and correct, he realizes the court system is screwed up. Just by common knowledge, y'all.
Hate, I would make him do 50 crimes, but nothing would make me hate him more than this person over here. Just a physical embodiment of pathetic, dude. I cannot. Listen, I've been clowning on the mom this entire time, but I gotta give props to the judge. Like, she's being completely fair in this whole situation, and she's calling her out on her complete BS, okay? This is how a judge should actually be. When someone so incredibly entitled walks into a court and tries to abuse the legal system, you better call them out on the spot.
My rent's free, my food is free. I mean, my mom's the homeowner. We don't have to pay nothing.
Dude, I can't believe what I'm hearing, dude. She's still going.
Yeah, I mean, there's still certain people out there, but at least they're smart enough to not even say this in court. Okay? She's just really arrogant in this case, right? Now, I have to say, as family court, I probably would agree that the judge has been decent. But when the judge still rules against you, then how is the judge being actually legitimately a good judge? Okay, so she's lazy. How about you say, you know what? Let's set a new court date. And what she's going to do to be true and correct and to be an honest judge is wake up and realize that the father may actually have more responsibility to raise the son instead of her. Just by this video all by itself. Now, I don't know I have facts, right? I'm only going by what I see and hear, right? So the judge should go say, well, we're going to go ahead and postpone this. It's going to be a little bit more difficult case. The next court, she's going to go and say, okay, so this is what we're going to do. The father is showing responsibility and wanting to raise and take care of the son. So we're going to give him custody. And you're going to pay child support to him. So now you may have to get off your butt and go to work. Now that being said, I would never have my ex ever pay, especially if I had the kid, because it's just more of a hassle between us both, and of course I wouldn't put restrictions, be 50-50, you know, hey, we'll agree to these terms, 50-50. Of course, you know, you're going to have the Attorney General, oh, we can't have that, we don't like people actually working together, oh, no. We need one of y'all to actually be non-custodial so we can rip you off.
My rent's free, my food's free, my utilities are free, my mom's a homeowner. I actually don't have to work a day in my life. I don't know how you're this stupid. You're literally in court arguing a case to increase your child support money, and you're literally telling them, I'm so incredibly privileged, I've never worked a day in my life. I'm so incredibly sad that despite having the time to actually work, you know, contribute to my family's income, you know, improve the quality of life of my child, I choose not to, because I'm a lazy piece of trash. Also, you probably noticed by now, but she's actually representing herself in court. You know, she's obviously not going to get a lawyer for this, because the lawyer would laugh in her face. You know, that's just kind of how it goes. Not to mention, she can't afford a lawyer, because once again, she's leeching off her husband.
My mom's the homeowner. We don't have to pay nothing.
Okay. You know, I'm not going to go there with you today because you can. Obviously, you're able to work.
I'm able to.
And you should work, but
Again, well, I'm not going to go there. Why? Why not, Judge? Why not? You literally have jurisdiction in this matter because the father gave consent. Wink, wink, father. The dad gave consent. The mom gave consent. They both entered during contract. And you can make a totally different ruling or set up another case and reevaluate this whole case system and actually do the right thing. But I'm not going to go there because I much prefer the son to stay with a lazy mom than I am with the son actually staying with a productive dad. Judge, You could change this outcome. You choose not to.
That has nothing to do with me today.
Dude, this is one of the things I don't like about court, right? You have to be professional. You have to do your job to the T. You have to follow the law perfectly to the T, read the rule book and all that. Because I know this judge just wants to completely go off on her, right? But then she has to maintain a certain level of professionalism. But my God, dude, if I was in the audience, I would be screaming at her.
What we're going to do is talk about the modification of these numbers, all right? This is $5,465.22. That would bring, well, health insurance. Who covers health insurance?
I do.
I don't really know what she was expecting as an answer to that question. Who covers health insurance? The hardworking mechanic dad or the jobless mom? I don't know. I'm going to guess the dad. She's honestly just silently hoping that she's actually, earned some sort of money. But no, that's just not the case.
Who covers health insurance?
I do.
And how much is that?
It's 110 a month.
Okay, 110. So what I'm going to do is give you credit actually for the health insurance coverage for the child. So that will slightly bring your child support down. And
Down?
monthly, yes, slightly. It's still expensive.
We're going to bring it slightly down. Because, well, you're paying for insurance and you're going to save the state some money. However, we're going to go ahead and garnish your check because the state still wants money from you. And since you are a working man, we cannot give you your son to you because we must have that money from you. So we're going to leave that son with the lazy mom in this case, so that way the state can get their share of the money. Think about this, y'all. The judge is literally sitting here not for the well-being of the son. She could set another court date and actually change all this around. But she cannot do that because she knows the mom wouldn't get a job and pay child support, which means the state wouldn't have the income. That would violate her 4D program, her 4D contract with the Attorney General with the state.
That's it.
Well, this actually has a lot of commercials.
There are two
But,
types
you know,
of lizard or
understand these
reptilian
things.
kinds
This-
of beings.
This is
It's
fairly
still
often.
expensive. $1,093 a month.
Can we just put up a frame of her face when she heard the word down? Oh, what? My child support is actually going down? Despite the fact that I went in court and literally admitted that I don't need it at all? That all my expenses are covered. I have a home, I live with my mom who takes care of all of my expenses, and somehow I'm still campaigning for a bigger paycheck from my husband. You idiot. You don't know how. Oh my God. You're like so stupid. Dude, I'm actually getting so mad. What is this? I cannot stand people who are this worthless, man. Come on.
$1,093 a month is what he would pay in child support.
That's it?
You don't earn any money. How are you even talking? That's it. You have the audacity to say that's it. That's a
I had to agree. She pops up and that's it? Look, little lady, we could have another court date and I can give him custody. However, that would dig into the profits of the state.
significant portion of his income. Do you not know how taxes work? He doesn't get to keep the entirety of the 80 or 100 grand, you moron. And also, why should he be giving 25% of his income to this absolute leech who does nothing? Do you know how many hours of work that actually translates to? How many hours of work you're stripping away from him?
Sit and think about that for a minute, y'all. Over all the taxes you pay, with the overall taxes, we're forking out about 50%. Your gas tax, your food tax, your this tax, the federal tax, state tax in some cases. Okay, all the taxes you're paying is 50%. Now you must pay her to sit on her butt 25% of his income. And, in generally, this guy's actually getting off pretty lucky because they tried to drain the dad. Meanwhile, he's paying all these taxes and trying to furnish him a place to stay. So, $100,000 for this guy is, he comes home broke every pay period.
Just completely delusional, so entitled, man.
Well, it would be more if you get a job.
He would pay more if I got a job?
No, it would be more for the child if you got a job.
Your Honor,
Ma'am. No.
you don't
no.
understand.
He would.
Okay. She is disappointed. I'm going back into, I'm disappointed with the judge. Because she says, well, you'll get more if you actually went to work for the son. To give him more of what he needs. However, judge, you can get the son away from her and put him in his care. Again, she's not concerned about the son there. The judge is absolutely do not care. She sounds like she cares, but she does not care. And this should be evident to everybody out there.
Pay more if I got a job. I don't know where that line of logic came from, but clearly she's not a very smart individual. You know, she's so obsessed with this child support, she would probably get a job just to get more child support. How are you this dumb? Notice how she completely forgot the reason for child support. It's to provide for your child, you idiot, not you. Oh my god, this is the most frustrating video of the year, by far.
Your Honor,
Ma'am. No.
you don't
no.
understand.
By the way, she immediately goes to baby mode, like, Your Honor, Your Honor.
You don't understand. I've been well taken care of after all these years, Your Honor. And raising my son is such a hassle.
We girls, we both girls. Sure, we can, shut the hell up. What the heck are you trying to do? Your Honor. As if saying Your Honor 50 times is going to grant you more child support. Just shut up and walk out of the court.
No, you don't understand. I'm basing his child support increase off of what it is that he makes. Nothing
He
more.
makes more than
nothing
that.
Until you bring me something in here to show me that. That's what I'm going to base it off of.
Honestly, absolute legend of a judge. I'm so glad that she didn't.
Okay, she says it makes more than that. But she plain out said during the beginning, she doesn't know, but she believes. Okay? However, once again, listen to the judge. This is the important thing. Bring him factual evidence that he makes more than $100,000 a year, and I will negotiate of a higher pay rate so the states can get more funding.
Take any of the BS that was coming out of her mouth. She was literally the only thing in this entire video that gave me a shred of hope. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that was the clip. I'm so excited.
Okay, so everybody's, maybe wondering, well, what's the big deal about child support? Look, you guys, I'm not advocating not to take care of your son and daughters. You made them in private, take care of them in private. Alright? You was raising him once before. You have a basic idea. Go to Walmart or go to Target. Get some food. Take it to the house. And say, hey, I bought a couple of $100 in groceries here. Alright? Here. This is visitation. Let me buy some clothes every few months. They're growing. You know what I mean? But do it in the private side. We do not need these courts interfering in your lives at all. And this goes for the very wealthy. The very wealthy is actually supporting a medium class, and the wealthy is directly supporting this And the 4D program wasn't even designed for them. It was really designed for the poor people to kind of help out the states in the beginning. Alright? Because the mother most likely filed a contract for food stamps and all that. And I don't know. This lady may not have food stamps. I mean, every bill she has been taken care of. She may not qualify. He's got insurance on his son. I'm sure they can get some type of Medicaid now, because Medicaid just became like a first nature thing anymore, instead of second nature. But the medium class is entering this contract willingly. The rich is entering these things willing. When obviously, and that's the funny thing is, right? These rich fathers are freaking out with all this child support, and then still in the private, they're probably still taking care of them, buying them things at that, their house and all that kind of stuff, on top of everything else. And really still supporting them, the state. Most of the state funding is between medium class and the rich. They're the one that's feeding it. And the funny thing is, even in the 4D program, basically it's saying, hey, the medium class don't need to be doing this. Especially if the two parents had careers and they split off and they both actually still running their careers, then they can actually do this on the private side.
Read the comment section. Bye-bye.
Alright. So this is Diesel We the People News. I thought this was kind of interesting video. And this is what most people believe, that what child support really actually is. And it's misleading. Okay. And generally, the judge, if she was an honorable judge, or any judge, if they was honorable, let's do it this way. What this judge is doing to both these people, okay, is they're watching a stranger. The judge is watching a stranger drink poison water and died. So these two couples, or ex-couple, walked to the water to get a drink of water. The judge keeps her mouth shut and let these two drink the water, knowing that it's poison and they will die. Because she would not tell these people this is actually a contract. She let them drink the poison water, and if that judge actually said, hey, this is a contract, you do not have to enter this contract, neither one of them would enter this contract, then the judge is not going to do that. They cannot be honest. They're going to let you drink the poison water so you can get very, very sick or die. And we do this all the time. It's a tacit agreement. And sometimes we do a silence acquiescence. When they send paperwork, we don't rebut anything. Right? We do not enter a contract. We do not do this and do that. We, and generally most of the time, because they have these magic words that the judge says, kneel before me, that I'm your God, and I'm giving you the order, and not tell you, well, we don't really have a right to give you an order, because this is actually contract.